Hi guys, so welcome to story time. The story I have chosen today is Hansel and Gretel, one of my favourite fairy tales ever. Okay, Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel's family were poor and hungry as can be. They lived off cheese or mouldy bread, but wished they had pork pies instead. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want to eat pork pies instead. Their stepmom, Dawn, said, "That's enough," then threw her fork down in a huff. "Without the kids, we'd have so much more cash. Let's drop them in the woods and then dash." Hansel and Gretel were nearby and overheard Dawn's awful cry. "We're toast," cried Gretel, feeling scared. But Hansel thought, well, we'll be prepared. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread and they wanted some cornbread now instead. Next morning, armed with bread and cheese, they followed Dawn out through the trees. But Hansel dropped some crumbs on the floor to mark the path back to his door. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want some gorgeous cake instead. Deep in the woods, Dawn sauntered back, and so they searched for Hansel's track. But all the crumbs of bread had gone. The birds had gorged each and every one. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want some chocolate tart instead. The pair were lost and hungry. Poor Hansel cried, "What will we do?" But then they saw something ahead, a house made out of gingerbread. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want some toffee sauce instead. The hungry children were tore of treats, gorged the walls and nibbled sweets. But then the door flung open wide and witchy Nora stormed outside. The witch looked down and gave a grin. "Hello, my sweeties, do come in. I've got more treats inside for you, big strawberry cakes and popcorn too." Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want some popcorn snacks instead. But once the children were indoors, instead of treats, they just got chores, for Nora had a secret plot to eat them once her stove was hot. Gretel was scared, but then she saw a chest of treasure by the door. She said to Nora, "You're so fat, I bet you couldn't fit in that." Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want some awesome treats instead. The witch said, "Ha ha, ha ha, I'll fit for sure," and poured out all the jewels on the floor. She crawled inside and with a grin, the children quickly locked her in. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread and they want some tortilla chips instead. Then, feeling extra brave and bold, the pair stole Nora's jewels and gold. They tore outside and ran away until at last they found their way. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. They want some strawberry treats instead. The two burst through their parents' door and poured the whole out to the floor. Their stepmom Dawn apologized and they said they went to buy some pork pies. Hansel and Gretel are bored of bread. At last they have pork pies instead.